Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I am going to be your host this evening. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. Really appreciate you checking out tonight's game. Come get yourself signed up for the quiz this evening by coming to this website. That is quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get to the website, you're going to notice we're looking for some basic sign-up details from you. This includes a team name and email address. Then you're going to find a drop-down menu in which we ask you if you are or are not a part of the league. Whatever your league status may be, we welcome you to play with us here this evening. And if you're checking out the game for the very first time, you could get signed up for the league here tonight by saying, yeah, I'm in the league. Or you could continue to play super casually and say, no, I'm not in the league. We are simply in our fourth week of season 56 of NYC Trivia League. And we're so grateful to those of you who are a part of the league this season. Checking in with our standings thus far. This is after last week's game. Week 3, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and we drink and we know things are tied in that top spot. And in that 10th place, we've got Team Cockroach. Well done to those 10 teams. And if you want to see a full standings update, you can head on over to nyctrivialeague.com/standings to see how it's going thus far this season. If you're not in the league, once again, don't worry. We want you to play with us as well. Tonight, we're going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 topics are going to be question and answer style rounds. And our fourth and final theme of the evening is going to be a picture round. So the first 3 topics, those question and answer rounds, are the majority of the quiz. Here's how it's going to work. I ask you a question. As I ask that question, it is going to pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. So that means you will be able to see the questions as I'm asking them. Some of those questions will have multiple choice options. The majority of our questions this evening are going to be short answer in nature. It is your job to enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then click the button that says Submit Answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yes, there's a countdown timer for all of these questions in the first 3 categories, and be careful to always click Submit Answers before it's too late. Let's say you enter in a response, you have some time left on the timer, and you want to change your answer. Go for it. Please enter in a new response. Just make sure that you click Submit Answers again before that 20-second countdown timer runs out so that we get your new updated response. Another scenario to play out here. Let's say you spell something incorrectly. Don't worry about it. We are able to see what you put as your answers, and we will make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. If you're just joining us, hello there and welcome. My name is Meredith. I am going to be your trivia host this evening. If you just found out that it is virtual trivia night right now, yes, you, hi. Come play with us. We want you here. If you play this game every week or every once in a while, we want you here as well, of course. This is where you get signed up for the game. That is quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. It is a fully interactive virtual answer sheet. Enter in that team name, email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. Our final category tonight, that's where things are going to get a little bit different. Round number 4 will be time for the picture round. The picture round is structured differently than our first 3 categories, and I'm going to explain how it works in detail when we get to that point of the quiz. All right, folks, before we dive into round number 1, I do have 2 simple rules that I ask that you all abide by this evening. Rule number 1. Don't cheat at this game. Do not look the answers up. That is not the purpose of what we're doing here tonight. We want to find out what you know, what kind of weird tidbits of information you have retained in your lifetime. Anybody could look something up. That's not what we're doing tonight. Rule number 2, please refrain from giving away the answers in the chat. Always great hearing from you all in the chat. Keep it coming. Love hearing your voices. Just kindly refrain from spoiling anything for anybody else. And with that, we're going to dive into our first round of the evening. If you aren't signed up already, this is your last opportunity to get signed up before we dive into round number one. So come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Let us know a team name and email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league. Click that button that says join game, and you are going to be joining these teams. From our first team to sign up tonight, the Helsinki Syndrome, down to our most recent team to get signed up, Wapiti. Welcome to both of you and to every team in between. Thank you all so much for being here. I wish you luck on this evening's quiz. Let's do it, everybody. Our first category of the night, we are talking all about children's books and movies. Children's books and movies. Here we go. Anyone out there with some little kids in the house, maybe we'll help you out, or anyone in touch with their inner child, that could help as well. Round one, question number one. The children's website Pop Tropica was created by author and cartoonist Jeff Kinney, who is also the author of what series of children's books that follow middle schooler Greg Heffley? Name that series of books. Greg Heffley, the central character in Jeff Kinney's series of books called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, is your answer for number one. Good start to the game with 88% of you getting that one correct. Question number two. What mythical sea beast fills in the title of a 2023 DreamWorks animation film starring Lana Condor? Ruby Gillman, teenage blank. Fill in that blank. Ruby Gillman, teenage Kraken. Kraken, your correct answer for number two. Good guesses here. Most of you coming up with Kraken as your response. So question number three. Quvenzhané Wallis is a children's book author, but is more well known as the youngest ever person nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress for her role in what 2012 film? Some of you in your answers pointing out that you do, in fact, know that she played Annie in that remake of the musical Annie with Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz. But others of you knew that that movie that she was nominated for an Oscar for is called Beasts of the Southern Wild. A tougher one, but still 50% of you coming in with a correct response for question number three. Question number four in this children's books and movies themed round. And Tango Makes Three is a picture book inspired by the animals Roy and Silo at the Central Park Zoo, who raised a chick named Tango together. Roy and Silo were chin straps, a species of what type of bird? Chin straps, a species of penguin. They are penguins. And Tango Makes Three. Our fifth question in round number one. Let's see. First, how you did on number four. You did very well. 90% of you got that one right. Here's number five. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, released in 1937, is Disney's first full length animated feature film and will be remade as a live action film with what Barbie writer and director collaborating on the screenplay? This upcoming version of Snow White stars Rachel Zegler in the title role and is co written by Greta Gerwig, is your correct answer for number five. Well done. Doing very well on this quiz thus far. Let's see how you do on question number six. Where is the McAllister family headed to on vacation in the 1990 movie Home Alone? Where are they going? Sorry to say they are not going to Hawaii, Arizona, or hell, but if you put Paris or France or Paris, France, you got that point for number six. Question number seven, fill in the blank. In Maurice Sendak's Where the Wild Things Are, Max says, let the wild blank start. Let the wild rumpus start, says Max in Where the Wild Things Are. Rumpus, your correct answer for question number 7. Question number 8. The screenplay for The Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement was written by what television showrunner and producer? Julie Andrews worked with this producer once again when voicing Lady Whistledown. The Princess Diaries 2, written by Shonda Rhimes. Shonda Rhimes, your correct answer for number 8. Lady Whistledown, of course, the character that Julie Andrews voices on Bridgerton. Shonda Rhimes. How'd you do there? 50% of you got that one right. We've got 2 more questions in round number 1. Here's question number 9. A series of children's books about the character Eugenia Lavender, as well as a 2023 novel for all ages, Rosie Frost and the Falcon Queen, are all by what member of the Spice Girls? You got some options there. Name that Spice Girl. We've got 26 teams coming in with a correct answer for this question. Your correct answer is Jerry Halliwell, Ginger Spice herself. That's 54% of you all this evening. Victoria Beckham coming in as the second most popular guest with 26%. Our final question of round number 1. Here it is. Unleash Your Powers. The Mighty Movie is the subtitle of what 2023 animated movie sequel that is based on a Canadian computer animated children's television series? You want to unleash those powers because the characters are dogs. It's Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol, your correct answer for number 10. Did anyone do a Saw Patrol recently? Saw 10, Paw Patrol 2 came out the same weekend. We had Barbenheimer, Saw Patrol. I didn't personally, but I hope someone out there participated in that. Let's check in with our standings. We're one round into the quiz. Our top teams here, we've got a tie in 7th place with 9 points. The Blue Shells, Otrivia Rodrigo, Shark Brothers, Jackash Incorporated, Avis and Bobo, Beetlejuice, Merkin Esquire, Team Cat, pieced it together, and the Helsinki Syndrome, and tied for the lead right now with perfect scores thus far, 10 for 10. We Drink and We Know Things 22 and 69. Why Not Zoidberg, the Freaky Deakiest Nando, Team 578, and Team 578. Well done in our first round here. We're going to dive right on in to round number 2 this evening. Let's do it. Our topic for round number 2 tonight is V answers. All of your answers in this round will prominently feature the letter V. Here we go. Round 2. Question number 1. Shield and cinder cone are both varieties of what landform? Shield and cinder cone, both types of volcanoes. A volcano, your correct answer for number 1. Our second question in round number 2. Venus Williams or Lindsey Vonn, who has won 4 Olympic gold medals and 1 silver medal? Personally, not a fan of a 50-50 question. They are just a recipe to overthink it. Venus Williams is your correct answer. She's won 4 gold medals and 1 silver medal. Lindsey Vonn, on the other hand, has won 1 gold medal and 2 bronze medals. Really tricky. 56% of you went with Lindsey Vonn on that one. Question number 3. The Amazon Prime series The Boys has a spin-off with what name that follows young superheroes in training at Godolkin University? Have not watched the show yet. Strong recommendation in the chat from Avis and Bobo. The show is called Gen Gen V, your correct answer for number three. Maybe it's Gen 5, but I think it's V because of Vought Industries, would be my guess. Question number four. What stagecraft that involves a performer throwing their voice has a name that comes from the Latin words for to speak from the stomach? Your correct answer for number four in this V answers round. That is ventriloquism or ventriloquy, also an acceptable response for number four. Ooh, we're so close to having a social, folks. 94% of you got that one right. I want to hear that air horn. Let's make it happen. Let's see how you do on question number five. What do Beyonce, Keanu Reeves, and Salma Hayek all have in common? Are they all valedictorians, Virgos, vegetarians, or VMA winners? Beyonce, Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, they're not all valedictorians. In fact, a few of them did not finish high school. Some have dabbled in being vegetarians. One of them is a VMA winner, but they are all Virgos. Virgo, your correct answer for number five. And you may have noticed we brought back an oldie and a goodie from a couple of seasons ago. You have just been Keanu. Hey, Keanu. Good to see you again. Our next question in this round, number six. Bolivar Square is located in the center of Caracas, the capital city of what country? Caracas, the capital city of Venezuela is your correct answer. And I'm happy to report that for the first time in the game, we have a true social. Feels so good. 100% of you coming in with a correct answer with Venezuela. We've got four more questions in this V answers round. Here's number seven. In the movie Twilight, Bella begins to make some realizations, and Edward encourages her to, quote, say it out loud, leading Bella to make what one word declaration? In that movie Twilight, Bella's listing a bunch of things, some clues that she's noticed, and Edward says, "Say it out loud," to which Bella replies, "Vampire, vampire," your correct answer for number 7. You did well there, but not quite a social. We've got a few teams going with something a little bit different here tonight. And this is a bit of an oblique reference, but if you're a fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, maybe you've seen it live, you would know that part of experiencing a live Rocky Horror Picture Show is that people have some calls that they shout at the screen or at the performers as it is going. And this is very similar to one of them. So I'm going to say that you have just been.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Say it. Tim Curried. It happened, everybody. You've been Tim Curried for the night in season 56 of NYC Trivia League. You're going to be Tim Curried at least once a week, probably just once a week, if I'm being honest, unless it happens by surprise. Let's move into our 8th question in this round. Here it is. Named for the mathematician who popularized them in the 1880s, what types of diagrams show all possible logical relations between a finite collection of different sets as represented by the intersections of circles? Named for John Venn. Those are Venn diagrams. A Venn diagram, your correct answer for number 8. 98% of you got that one right. We're so close. Almost another social. 2 more questions in this round. Here's number 9. Which of the following magazines was started in New York City in 1905 as a weekly newspaper reporting on theater and vaudeville? Is it Vogue, Variety, Vibe, or Vanity Fair? Vibe is a music publication that started in 1993. Vogue, a fashion magazine, begun in 1892. Vanity Fair started in 1913. Your answer is Variety. Variety. Well done there. 76% of you getting that one right, and 22% going with Vanity Fair. Our final question in this round, number 10. What Denver Broncos linebacker was named Super Bowl MVP at Super Bowl 50, played in February 2016? Shout out to the team who guessed Vom Vrady. Sorry, it was not Vom Vrady. But if you put Von Miller, you got that point. Von Miller. 50% of you coming in with a correct answer for our final question in this round. That brings us to the end of round two and halfway through the game. Let's check in with our standings for our top teams. We've got a tie in ninth place with 18 points each between the Blue Shells, O Trivia Rodrigo, Shart Brothers, the Freaky Deakiest Nando, Team 570, eight. Jackash Incorporated, Avis and Bobo, We Drink and We Know Things 22, Pieced It Together, Team 578, and the Helsinki Syndrome. I may have skipped switching over to 19 points there at some point. Apologies. Some of you there are tied in third with 19. The cutoff, Team 578. And here's our tie for the lead. These teams have perfect scores so far. 20 for 20. We Drink and We Know Things 69. And why not Zoidberg? Before we get into our third round of the evening, some notes on our upcoming schedule. Typically, the movie quiz takes place after our Wednesday virtual game, but tonight, Trivia Man is off running a game about Tim Burton in person. Hope it's going well, Chris. And we'll be back next week for that regularly scheduled program. And also, we'll be back next week as well. So you can find us here Wednesday, the 18th of October at 8 o'clock Eastern Time at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. So hope to see you all next week for both of those games. All right, let's get into round three. Round number three tonight. It is in the category of the answer is a perfect square. We got a little bit of math for you all, definitely some numbers in this round. Here's how it's going to work. A perfect square, if you don't remember, is any integer that is the square of another integer. In other words, a number achieved by multiplying another number times itself. All of your answers in this round will simply be a number. Here's question number one. In 1996, Nintendo released a video game console competing with Sony PlayStation and Sega Saturn called the Nintendo what? Eight times eight gets us 64. 64, the answer we were looking for here, as in Nintendo. 64. Our second question in round number three. Nicole Kidman, Melissa McCarthy, and Michael Shannon starred in a 2021 Hulu series about a stay at a 10-day retreat called How Many Perfect Strangers? Three times three gets us 9 perfect strangers. 9, your correct answer for number two. Our third question in this round. At the Summer Olympics held in what year, American track star Jesse Owens famously won 4 gold medals, including the 100-meter dash, in the host city of Berlin in front of German leader Adolf Hitler? Name that year. If you wrote out the whole year, fabulous. That is what I had in mind here. If you abbreviated it to the last two digits, as we're like to do with dates, it does work out because both of them are perfect squares. We've got 44 times 44, which gives us 1936, or 6 times 6, which gives us 36. 1936, your correct answer for number 3. Our next question in this round, question number 4. Later adapted into a 2011 movie starring Alex Pettyfer and Timothy Oliphant, a young adult novel by Pittacus Lore, the first in the Lorien Legacies series about a warring alien species, is called I Am Number What? This book turned movie is called I Am Number 4. 4, your correct answer there. 2 times 2 gives us 4. Our fifth question in this perfect squares round. In darts, the outer ring of the bullseye, often colored green, is normally worth how many points for the player? The center of the bullseye typically worth 50 points, so while the outer rim of that bullseye is usually worth 5 times 5, 25 points. So your answer for number 5. Our sixth question in this round. Cited as one of the best films of French cinema, a 1959 coming of age film directed by Francois Truffaut is called The How Many Blows? Definitely a tougher one, but still quite a few teams familiar with your French New Wave cinema. That movie is called The 400 Blows, 20 times 20. 400. 42% of you got that one right. Our seventh question in this round, recorded for Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. What number is in the title of a song written by Paul McCartney when he was about 15 years old, in which he imagines a young man growing older with his partner? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? 64, the number we were looking for. I love that Paul McCartney wrote that song when he was 15. Amazing. Our eighth question in this round. Combining the titles of two martial arts films from the 1970s, the Wu-Tang Clan's debut album, Enter the Wu-Tang, had the parenthetical title, How Many Chambers? That Wu-Tang Clan album is called Enter the Wu-Tang. 36 chambers. 6 times 6 gives us 36. 76% of you got that one right. If only there had been some kind of hint for that one. And in fact, there was. If you all follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith, you would have known that at some point this evening, this was going to be coming up. I also tipped you all off to the entire theme for round number 3. So maybe you studied up on numbers that are perfect squares. Give me a follow at Trivia Meredith. I'll help you out just a little bit for our next game next week, right here at this time, 8 o'clock Eastern time at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Next Wednesday, that is the 18th of October. Follow me. I'm going to help you. Our next question in round number 3, question number 9. The 2008 book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell popularized the disputed concept that the key to achieving world-class expertise in any skill is to practice how many hours? A much disputed claim, though it couldn't hurt to practice something for this many hours. Well, maybe it could hurt, but you'll probably get better at whatever you're trying to do if you work at it for 10,000 hours. 100 times 100. 80% of you remember that. Our final question in this round, in the standard vertipoise measurement system used in the United States, how many ounces are in a pound? A vertipoise, new word for me. How many ounces in a pound? 4 times 4. It's 16 ounces in a pound. 16 ounces in a pound. You are not alone in having played trivia for 10,000 hours. You are quite good at it, all of you. Thank you all so much for playing with us here tonight. 88% of you knew that 16 was your correct answer there. Let's check in with our standings before we head into the final category of the evening, the picture round. Our top few teams, we've got a tie in 8th with 28 points, the Blue Shells, Shark Brothers, Jackash Incorporated, Team 578. Tied in 3rd place with 29 points, Avis and Bobo, We Drink and We Know Things 22, pieced it together, Team 578, and the Helsinki Syndrome. And tied for the lead with perfect scores, 30 for 30, We Drink and We Know Things 69, and why not Zoidberg? That does bring us to our final category of the evening. First, though, at a different point in the game than usual, did you know that NYC Trivia League, in addition to our nights in person, that we also do private events? So for some reason, I cannot find my image for this, but I'm just going to tell you about them. We host private events in person and virtually and hybrids of the two. If you're looking for a way to celebrate something, be it a birthday party or a corporate gathering, we would absolutely love to work with you, and you can reach out directly to me. I am our private events coordinator. There's my info in the chat, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com. Hope to work with you soon. Always a pleasure when we work with teams who already know the drill. You know how it works. Hope to connect with you. Let's get into our final topic of the evening. Round number 4, the picture round tonight. It is in the category of trophies and awards. Trophies and awards. In this round, you are going to see 10 images of different trophies and awards, and it is your job to name said trophy or award for 1 point each. Inside of each image, 1 through 10, you're going to find a number, and underneath those 10 numbered images, you'll find 10 numbered blanks. So enter in the name of the trophy on the corresponding numbered blank. You all are going to have 5 minutes to work on this round. Then we'll go over the correct answers before we move into our final question of the night, the tiebreaker question. Let's do it, everybody. 5 minutes for you to name these trophies and awards. Good luck. Oh, hey, everybody. We're about halfway through this here picture round. Hope it's going well. We're looking for the names of those trophies or awards. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Remember to please click submit answers so we get all 10 of your responses. I'll be back soon. See ya. It's happening, everyone. If you haven't clicked submit answers yet, now is the time to do so. That countdown timer heading your way. I've got some answers for you all for the picture round. Tonight we were talking about trophies and awards. There was quite a bit of variety in how you entered in your responses, so I ask for a little patience as I make sure you get the points you deserve to get. Image number one, an easy one to start off. You all knew that there is a Grammy Award. Well done. Number two, it is known as the Wanamaker Trophy, which is awarded for the PGA Championship. So, PGA Championship Trophy or Wanamaker Trophy. Gonna get you a point there. Once again, quite a bit of variety in how you entered in these responses. So, I want you to have a point. Sit tight. We got people just putting Wanamaker all on its own. People putting Wanamaker Trophy, Wanamaker PGA, all kinds of variety, folks. If you want to make it easy for me in the future, do your best to say the most simple answer. Number 3 here, this is an award that goes to children's books with illustrations. It's the Caldecott Award. Caldecott, your correct answer there. Our next image, number 4, that is the Heisman Trophy, awarded to someone in college football each year. The Heisman, your answer. Image number 5. That one is a Golden Globe. Golden Globe, your correct response there. Our next image, number 6, that is the Claret Jug, awarded for the British Open. Once again, quite a bit of variety in your responses. Working on it, getting you those points. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Our next one, image number 7, that is the Nobel Prize. Image number 8, that there is the Stanley Cup, of course, awarded for someone in a team in the National Hockey League. Our next one there, that is a Pulitzer Prize. Pulitzer, your answer there. Followed by number 10, image number 10. That one is the World Series trophy, aka the Commissioner's Trophy. Okay, that does bring us to the end of this round. Let's see what happened. I think you should have the points that you deserve to have. Our easiest one here was a Grammy, with everyone who submitted getting that one right. The toughest was the Caldecott Award, with 22% of you all getting that one right. That does bring us to our final question of the evening, the tiebreaker question. As per usual, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal in placing your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number. So that means you can guess over or under the number. In the event that you end up as part of a tie, whoever is closer is going to break that tie. We will post the results of these tiebreakers over on our Instagram as soon as we're able. So that'll be at NYC Trivia League. For the top 15 or so teams, here is your final question of the evening. In what year was the first Caldecott Medal for Most Distinguished American Picture Book for Children awarded? Not necessarily the year that the book came out. The first ever Caldecott Medal went to a book called Animals of the Bible in the year 1938. 1938, your correct answer for the tiebreaker. As always, intending to be obscure with our tiebreakers. We don't want you to know it, though it looks like 4% of you got that one right. Well done to you. Good guesses? I'm guessing. Thank you all so much for playing tonight. It's been a joy hosting for you. That does bring us to the end of tonight's quiz. We'll be back next week. You can find us here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And also stick around afterwards next week because the movie quiz is coming back. Let's check in with our final standings of the night by heading on over to the winner's circle. Congratulations to our top teams. Finishing up tonight's quiz in a tie for 15th place with 33 points, Butts, Jackass Incorporated, Winning is Overrated, Roll for Insight 1, tied in 12th with 34, Swearwolves, Ballad of the Homeschooled Boys, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. In 11th place tonight with 35 points, the freaky deakiest Nando, tied in 8th with 36, Avis and Bobo pieced it together, and Team 578 in a tie for third tonight with 37 points. Shark Brothers, Why Not Zoidberg, We Drink and We Know Things 22, Team 578 and the Helsinki Syndrome, and tied for the lead tonight, 38 points each, the Blue Shells and We Drink and We Know Things 69. Well done to all of those teams. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. I have been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Hope to see you back here next week as we wrap things up. Big thank you to Peter for helping to put together the quiz tonight, and to all of our writing team. Thank you so much, Cullen, for making this possible. Thank you to Murr for creating the software that you all played the game on tonight. It's wonderful. We'll be back. Good night, everybody. Be safe, stay well, stay healthy. We appreciate you. See you